Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and I'm back. I took a couple of days off, not really by choice. I mean, it was something I had to do, so I couldn't make any videos, but we're back, and we're gonna do an unboxing to get things started. So this unboxing is 3 packages, 2 of which are piles of loot from Big Bad Toy Store, and 1 is from NECA. So should be some decent stuff in there. Boxes are just too big. Last time I tried to keep the box on the table, it didn't work. There's not enough table for the amount of box and the stuff. So we're just gonna leave the boxes over here. I'll pull the stuff out. We'll open a few things by the end probably, and we'll talk about them, that kind of stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Got my knife. Okay, we're gonna start with the NECA box. Some of this stuff is basically just reissues, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time talking about it, but some of it is new stuff, so we'll talk about it briefly. So these guys right here, the Turtles in Time Turtles, are essentially the same as the arcade Turtles that got released not all that long ago. The Turtles themselves, of course, we do have Slash in this line, and then we also have some Foot. The only real difference is the hoverboard type thing. But also, it's worth noting that they are from Turtles in Time, which is by far the best Turtles game ever, so I imagine some people are going to be into that just for that reason alone. Here we have one of the feats, and it looks like maybe the eyes are different. I'd have to go check on my shelf to see what they look like. I don't really remember. It looks like there's a different pattern all around. I could be wrong, I'll have to check. But again, we will be reviewing these and you guys will be able to see what's up. But I don't remember this part looking like this. This V shape. I don't remember that. So we'll see. But it does look good. So this is awesome for those of you who weren't able to score these originally. They did make the Foot, right? Wasn't it? It wasn't just the Turtles. Maybe that's why it looks different. I'll have to check. It's been forever. Anyway, forever in terms of I've reviewed a million things since then. So next up we have this, which was part of a Loot Crate exclusive type deal. It is the Splinter from that scene right there when they were sitting around the fire, and Splinter pulled a Jedi Force ghost thing, and we have some marshmallows and shiny Splinter. So as far as I can tell though, it is the same Splinter as before, still with cloth. So I've heard some people complain that he's not as translucent as they would like. It's pretty difficult to make translucent cloth, guys. That's not something that's really something we can do. I guess they could have used a soft plastic, but that's probably not a good idea unless you want it to turn yellow quickly. So I think having the sparkly, bedazzled Splinter is probably sufficient for... I mean, that looks pretty close. I mean, obviously there's some editing there, but that looks pretty close to the scene in the movie, so I think that's okay. Next up, we have the one that most people are most interested about, I imagine. I can't imagine that not being the case. We have Slash, which is obviously the CGI pixelated, not CGI, pixelated version. English is hard. And we will be getting, I believe, I'm not crazy, a regular version of him, the cartoon version as well. So I think that's pretty cool. And honestly, the pixelation on this guy, it's really only the diamonds on the chest that's going to stand out. Obviously, the sides have some on there too, but it's not like super obvious, so I think it's okay. But it's a cool addition. I know a lot of people are into the Turtle line from NECA, and personally, I think just about any addition to that collection is good. And I think what they're doing as far as reissues, you know, people always say they do too many reissues, not them, NECA, but everybody. They do too many reissues. Stop doing reissues. Stop doing repaints. Those are the things that pay for the new molds. So it's kind of necessary, and also it's helpful for people that don't have them already. There's really not a bad part of that situation. And then we have also the cartoon Shredder and Krang 2-pack. I'm not sure there's anything new here. I'll have to check again to be sure. But I think this is just another set of figures so that you can fill out those spots that you maybe weren't able to fill out before. And they are definitely worthy figures, so that's pretty cool. I think that's it in this package. Let me check. I'm a crazy person. There is one more thing. I knew there was one more thing. And here we have Leonardo, again, basically a reissue with the hoverboard, but still, for those of you that don't have it, that's awesome, and for those of you that do have it, don't buy it, or buy it for the hoverboard. You have options. You don't have to buy a reissue just because they made it, so it's up to you. Let's move on to the piles of loot. Okay, these piles of loot have kind of a variety of things in them, which I forgot that I ordered. So this is going to be fun for me to review these. It's been a little while since I even thought about these things. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take them out. First of all, wow, that is a big package, is what she said. But there's Terry, Mr. Terry, my new favorite Smash character. Apparently some other games stole him from Smash and used him in like a 2D fighter, I'm not sure. But there's Terry. His package is humongous. I'm guessing it's just because of this thing right here for Rugal. But he looked in the photos like he's going to be pretty good, and nothing that I can see from the outside of the package makes me think that's not the case. So I'm pretty pumped about that. He's, like I said, he's my new favorite Smash fighter. I would love to get a smaller version of him to go in the Smash collection, but still, it'll be nice to have him here. And for those of you that are fans of the King of Fighters or any of the other games he was in, it's a good addition for you. We do also have Iori, which is another one people liked. I don't know anything about this character, don't really care about it, but it's a cool enough character, and it goes with the other ones, so I bought it, and it's here, and it looks like it's going to be pretty good. He also is one of the slimmer builds for Storm, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. They tend to like chonky people, and this guy's not chonky, so we'll see. Oh yeah, this guy. I forgot about him. So here's the new Venom. This is the Bath Venom repainted in regular Venom colors. This is like Eddie Brock version, essentially. A lot of people are bummed out about the feet because he has toes, and Eddie Brock Venom has had toes like 1% of the time. Most people want the slipper type feet. I'm one of those people. Hasbro put no new tooling on this guy, it seems, which is definitely a bummer. Also, he's a little bit fuzzy in the white. So I'm hoping it's awesome, because the Monster Venom Bath, if you watched my top 10 Bath videos, is pretty solid. So I'm hoping this delivers at least a little bit. I'm not sure people are going to be done wanting Venoms after this guy, though, because it's not quite the Brock Venom people are looking for. Like, we'll take it, but it's not it. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comment section. Are you satisfied after this Venom, or do you still want like a classic Eddie Brock Venom? That's what I want. I want like a 90s cartoon / Lethal Protector type of Venom / McFarlane Venom. That vicinity of Venom. That's what I want. This is cool. I still want more. Let me know. Alright, next up we have Sub-Zero, which is my favorite character in the Mortal Kombat franchise. Why do I look so pale? Look how pale my fingers look. I wonder if my color settings aren't right somehow. No, everything else looks normal. I'm not that pale in real life, believe it or not. I do leave the house occasionally. Anyway, there's Sub-Zero. His face mask is falling off. I did order extras because last time Sub-Zero was a thing, it sold out almost instantly and was impossible to get without spending hundreds of dollars. And Storm's not exactly the best when it comes to breakage. So I figured if my figures break, I want to be able to have a replacement. So it looks like we got a couple that don't have problems. Does this guy have the scar on his face, or is that just a... I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to get in tight enough. He's got something on his face in that one, on that one. It looks like the scar, but none of the other ones have it. So I was like, that's not right anyway, but... What if there's a super rare Chase variant where he does have the scar? I don't think it makes sense in this outfit. But what if that's the case and I got one? I don't think that's the case. Alright, that's it for this box. Let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah, there's something I wanted to mention. Before we move into the next box, I wanted to talk about briefly, because this was kind of a momentous occasion right before I stopped doing videos a week and a half ago or whatever it was. I started posting some prototype images and videos for the Rival Collectibles line, Rival Clans, and that's the line I'm developing of action figures, 1/12 scale. I'll post some links in the description so you guys can check it out. I'll post a couple of photos like right there so you can see them real quick. But it was pretty, like, people had a pretty good response, and these are just 3D printed very early, not even barely functional, but still functional. You'll see in the videos, prototypes. So if you want to check that out, do that. That's all me. Obviously I've talked to people, like other friends and things, about designs and stuff like that, but as far as the line goes, it's just me. It's me designing a line of action figures, which will eventually go on Kickstarter. Eventually, once I'm done doing all the prototyping and that kind of stuff and I find a factory in that. But I know a lot of people don't know about it yet, because other than the live streams I was doing, I didn't really publicize it at all because it was still very early on and I only had images of the digital concepts and things like that. So now I actually have functional action figure parts and action figures, depending on which parts you're talking about. So I'm going to keep posting more of those on those various specific things, and I'll be sharing them to my normal social media. But if you want to stay up to date on the line I'm developing, you want to follow Rival Collectibles at the various places. There's no YouTube channel for it, just Instagram and Facebook, really. But okay, that's it. Let's move into the last box. I had to get this guy. I'm not a fan of Persona. I don't have anything against it. I don't know anything about it, really. But Joker is a badass in Smash Brothers, so I had to, and I use him a lot. I main this guy. I can't really main more than one person, but you know what I mean. Joker, Ike, and Terry. So I had to get him. This is the reissue, which I believe is the exact same as the original issue, but had to get Joker, and I know a lot of you guys are Persona fans, so you'll be happy to see that review, or at least Smash fans. So there's that. Then we have Squirrel Girl, which I know so many people are just really, really ecstatic for. If I can hold it, there we go. That's good. I don't care about Squirrel Girl either way. Like, did I want her in my collection? Not especially. Am I upset that they made her? No, because I don't understand that whole response. Like, yeah, I mean, they could have made something else, but you still don't have to buy it, and they're gonna make the something else eventually, so just don't buy it if you don't like it. But I'll be reviewing it because that's my job. And there's the back, you can see some stuff. It's basically the scooter we got before and a lot of parts we got before with some new parts. Ooh, I don't like her face. Anyway, it's Squirrel Girl. I couldn't care less, but I know some of you are like all about it, so we'll review it. And then lastly, this is the one I know a lot of people are super jazzed about, and I will be reviewing this also, Cosmic Ghost Rider, which if I understand it correctly, it's Punisher? Is it a Punisher? It is! Supernatural powers transform Frank Castle from a force of retribution into an eternal spirit of vengeance. Alright, I was right. I knew it was Punisher. I get some comic book credit there. But it looks super cool. He has birthing hips to fit on the bike, which is kind of a bummer, but if you're going to leave him on the bike anyway, it's okay. If you're not going to leave him on the bike, it's not okay. We'll talk about it in the review. But look at the bike. Holy moly, it's ginormous. That is a Space Taker upper. That is for sure. It looks pretty cool though. Lots of translucent plastic, lots of shiny bits. If this thing had lights and sounds, it'd be a 90s thing. That looks cool. Like, doesn't that just kind of feel like the 90s, guys? It does. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's it. Should we open anything? What time is it? 14:05. I want to open... What should we open? Let's open a Sub-Zero. Let's pick one that looks good and open it. I kind of want to open the one with the scar, but I want to look at it closer. And because of these sharp, harsh lightings around me, I can't really see inside the package in real life, and I don't want to open it without seeing inside first. So let's just open it, take a quick look around, see if he looks good. Because I know everybody likes Sub-Zero. I just realized, though, it's going to be mostly the same as Scorpion, and I'm mostly wasting our time. But let's just look at it. Let's just do it. If you don't want to watch it, too bad. You're already watching it. Unless you've clicked away. And that's okay. Alright. Okay. Here he is. Light blue Sub-Zero. Is the mask still a little bit weird? Yes. Is it as weird as Scorpion's? It's the same thing, so yes. But it is, in fact, a Sub-Zero of the classic nature, and Sub-Zero is the best. So I am psyched. I'm so pumped to have this. I can't wait to review it. I hope it doesn't fall apart or anything like that. We have some cool effects. We have some blued. We have some ice. We have some more we have lots of ice. Some ice here. Some more ice here. Oh my god, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ice pieces in there, in addition to the ones I already showed. We have the one where he's poking out some eyeballs. Haha, that's cool. Yeah, it's a nice looking piece so far. I'm psyched. Hopefully that's good. Want to point out again, still not getting any review samples from these guys like I used to. So you know anything I say, not that it was ever of doubt, but for sure now, anything I say is 100%. Why won't that close? Whatever, I can't close it. Anything I say is for sure not persuaded or coerced by the manufacturer. But that was never the case anyway. Like all the NECA stuff, Not all, but most of the NECA stuff I get is from NECA. You guys know that. And I have said bad things about their product, some product, when it's necessary. So it's just a matter of being able to trust your reviewer. And I think you guys can trust me. So if you can't trust me at this point, then I don't know who you can trust. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, that does remind me. People have asked me, why didn't you get or review the Spawn figure yet? Well, it's my understanding that the only people that have reviewed it are people that got review samples from McFarlane. And I don't know if you guys saw my McFarlane reviews for the DC stuff, but those kind of reviews don't tend to elicit companies to want to send free review samples when those companies aren't confident in their product. NECA, on the other hand, has always encouraged me to do whatever I want with my reviews, and they're happy to send the product. And like I've said multiple times on various things, it's not a good figure about NECA stuff, and they still send more because they're confident in their product. That hasn't happened with McFarlane. So here we have Terry, and his pants and legs look very tubular. His proportions seem very strange off the top of my head. Right here, this is what's standing out to me. He has very odd proportions. His legs are quite long and tubular. His neck area is still no neck. It's all just shoulders, no traps, and then a little peanut head. Hopefully it's better. Like once I get it out and put together properly, like let's put the hair on him, I guess. There's no hair that comes out to the side. Okay. Well, let's see what it looks like. Anyway, yeah, I don't have the Spawn figure. I will get it. It does look good. I will review it as soon as I'm able to procure one the old-fashioned way. And if McFarlane people are out there listening, I'd be happy to review it. And if you think it's a good figure, then you should send it. But if you don't want any bad press on a figure that's not that good, then don't send it. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. So far, underwhelmed by Terry. We'll see. Maybe it's better. But it looks to me like there's some serious proportion issues, which may or may not be resolvable with posing. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not the case. But at this point, he seems very strange, like just awkwardly put together, awkwardly built. Like very small chest, which is odd for a Storm figure. I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. Once it's posed, the jacket might kind of fill out, the vest might fill out. And maybe the knees. Bending the knees, does that fix the pants a little bit? Kind of. I don't know, guys. He looks a little strange. That's all I'm going to say for now. We'll see. Maybe he looks better. On camera, he looks good. In real life, he looks strange. So we'll see. We'll see. That's all I'm going to say for now. His hat is very low. His hat is soft. But it's very low on his head, like really low. Like his eyes are hidden by the hat. He'd have to look down. He'd be like this, looking at people. Anyway, it looks okay. Lots of effect parts. The Buster, that's not the Buster Wolf. That's the Heroic Geyser. I don't know the names. I made up new names for all the moves in Smash, so I don't know the official names, but here's a Buster Wolf. There's a Buster Wolf, or it could be a lightning pencil. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know all the names. So he's got lots of move parts in here, so that's cool. What time is it? 19? Should we pop open Venom real quick? Let's pop open Venom real quick. Let's do it. I know you guys have said in the past that you like the unboxings where I open up stuff more, so we are gonna do that. Because everything I do here is for you guys. I mean, it's for me, because I need to make a living, but it's for you. Like, if it stopped being for you and was only for me, I probably wouldn't do it. If it was only for me and not for you, no, other way around. If it was only for you and not for me, I couldn't do it, but I would want to. So let's do this. Alright. I was very concerned with this guy at first because of their painting being particularly fuzzy lately. Is the white painting fuzzy on this Venom? Also, it's not really the right look for an Eddie Brock Venom head. It's not quite right. So I wouldn't mind him getting a new head. The painting's pretty fuzzy, honestly. Like, let's see if I can show it to you. I've heard this guy breaks really easily, too. Oh, mine's working. Alright, so let's look at the chesticle area. The top half of his chest is super fuzzy. The lines, like the lines that separate the legs, are clean, but the white outer lines are all fairly fuzzy. There's almost none of them that are clean. That's pretty disappointing. You can see it on the back too. Is that a huge deal? For some people, no. For some people, yes. So my job is to show you what the deal is, and you can decide how much of a deal it is. So if you put him on a shelf and look at him from 10 feet away, it's going to look fine. Like that. It looks fine. If you put him on a shelf and look at him right up close, it's going to look weird. One person was like, these are action figures. You put them on a shelf, and you look at them from a distance. So any of these small details you point out don't matter. And I was like, for you. That's for you. Other people might look at them up close, and then they do matter. So, like I said, I provide the information. You guys decide if you care about it or not. So, looks good otherwise. Like, the blue shading they did is pretty nice. I don't know what's up. It looks like all of the PVC parts are kind of a satin to matte finish. And then the hard parts, the ABS, he's very shiny in the middle. But, it's still a decent Venom. Like, it's still pretty cool. So that's all right. I'll still be reviewing it. Don't not watch the review now, guys. If you do that, then I can't give you the previews anymore. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. I do have another pile of loot coming. I think that's gonna be Patreon exclusive. So if you guys are patrons, that's not really the word, but if you guys are there, then that'll be coming to you very soon. If you are not, you can sign up for $1 or more, or $1. Or don't do it at all, it's up to you. Okay, guys, let me know which ones you want to see me review first. We have Venom and NECA already open, so those guys are going to probably be first-ish. So whatever, you guys let me know what you want to see first. And if you made it this far, just let me know that you made it this far by typing in Venom is fuzzy. And I know that's exactly how everybody types, so that was a good little charade. Yeah, Venom is fuzzy. You'll let me know you made it this far. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. Lots of stuff coming soon, and do all those things. In the meantime, keep collecting.